And yes. And while I do this, oh, please, there we go. Please, Lord, don't let me have technical difficulties on tonight. But guys, listen, before I get started, and I will calm down, I tell you, but when I do this call, I get so excited because I know what this system has done for me. And I know that if this is your first time watching this, then you have the ability to have your life change in the exact same way or even better. So I'm thrilled about sharing this with you on tonight. What I want to ask from you, though, is that you take this time to do two things. One, to get into a quiet location so that you can give this your undivided attention, so that you can put your head and your heart on sponge and really understand what it is that you have in front of you. Like, so if you got the TV on or that's ready to go on, put the kids away, get into a quiet location. And then secondly, grab a pad and a pen so that you can take some notes on tonight. What I'm going to share with you, you may have some questions come up. I don't want you to have your questions unanswered. So I want to make sure that you are able, at the end of this call, I'm actually going to open the call up to field a few of those questions and answer a few of those questions for you. So please definitely grab pad and pen. Because what I'm going to share with you guys is about Co-op Life. This is such an exciting, we're a global lifestyle company, and we have a very, very simple ambition. We just want to help people. Number one, we want to help people around the world become economically viable. All right. One thing, I don't know where you're from. I don't know what your circumstances are right now. I don't know whether or not you've been successful in certain other endeavors or whether you haven't been. I don't know I don't know anything about you, but what I do know is that everybody under the sound of my voice, we all experienced something pretty darn devastating last year. Okay. So I know that's something that we all have in common. And we know people, if it wasn't us, we know people who have lost their homes, who's lost their cars, their jobs. We know people who has lost so much. So what we want to do is we want to help people around the world become economically viable again. Okay. We want to help create purchasing power for people in their daily lives. And we want to give people the opportunity to achieve their full measure of happiness, because I don't know about you, but I know that when you're having this financial, sometimes some of us have a financial weight. We've had a financial weight over our head on some period of time. And it caused so much insecurity. And we know that when you lift that weight up off you, maybe you pay off your debt, or you've got something that's pressing and you're able to pull that up off of you, that it changes you from the core. I've got a real good girlfriend who we've partnered in this, and she's just become a whole totally different person. And she'll be able to tell you, she said, it's because I'm not insecure anymore. I'm not financially insecure anymore. So I don't know what your circumstances are, but I'm very excited to share something with you today, and it's the world's first self-driving economy. Now, that might sound woo-woo to you. It's not crazy, I can tell you, because you guys remember when we thought self-driving cars was crazy. We thought self-driving cars was just a figment of my imagination, or just something you would see on television. But technology has made advances to where we're absolutely seeing cars driving down the street, right? All by themselves. Well, the same thing, technology has made advances. So now we can put our income on autopilot, right? So it's very, very exciting. We're able to show you how to do that. And that's through Co-op Life, okay? So with our organization, Co-op Life, we've married two awesome 21st century trends. First being cooperatives. And cooperatives are basically just a lot of people working together to the same cause. That's what a cooperative is, okay? And what in our example of cooperative is so important because we've totally entered into the cooperative age. I like to say this thing, and it's really bad grammar, but charge it to my heart. And I like to say, we all we got, right? I know that sounds crazy, but we're literally all we have. And we're seeing that the economy is changing. It's moving on from this hierarchical ways of corporate, and now it's going into corporate cooperation, cooperatives. We're seeing that far and wide because of the Internet of Things. The Internet has changed a lot. And because of the Internet of Things, we've ushered into the cooperative age, if you will, industrial age, cooperative age, okay? And then crowdfunding systems. And you're going to hear me talk a lot about systems, but crowdfunding, you may ask, crowdfunding, why crowdfunding? But more on that. But the systems, most importantly, when you think about the most successful people in the world, millionaires and billionaires of our time, they leverage systems, they leverage technology, they leverage the efforts of other people. Makes sense to leverage the efforts of other people and they leverage money, they leverage. But let's talk about leveraging the efforts of other people. They rather have 1% of 100 men's efforts than 100% of their own. Who wants to be responsible, the only person responsible for their income, right? Because in that instance, if something were to happen to me where I could not work or I didn't want to work, I just wanted to go sailing or go in an RV and not do anything, 99% of this work would still get done leveraging the efforts of other people. So systems. And, you might be on this line and you've got some dreams and some goals and some things that you want to raise money for. Maybe you want to raise money for a business idea that you just simply got, you have to bring it to the marketplace. You may want to raise money to buy a house. You may want to raise money to fund your retirement. You may want to help kids who've aged out of the foster care system. You want money to be able to give to that cause. Or maybe you've got kids that are going to college. You're trying to figure out how you're going to pay for those college bills, right? Or maybe you just got more a month at the end of your money, financial strain, whatever the case may be. If you find that that you're in a financial crunch, then you just don't have a good enough system. It's okay. I'm going to share with you guys a system on this evening. Now, why crowdfunding? Well, crowdfunding, the timing is absolutely impeccable. Just as recently as 2013, our then President Barack Obama signed into effect or into law the Jobs Act, which absolutely legitimized crowdfunding on a world stage. What crowdfunding is in a nutshell is it's an alternative to funding or financing, like going into a bank and getting an interest-bearing loan. Right? It's an alternative to raise funds, right? And crowdfunding is, all these companies do crowdfunding. Hundreds of companies do crowdfunding. GoFundMe, Facebook, PayPal, Kickstarter, Indiegogo are name a few. Hundreds of companies do them, but nobody does them as good as Co-op Life. And we've got the receipts, guys. We really do an amazing job. You're going to hear from some people at the end of this call who are absolutely using our system in an amazing way. But I'll tell you something about, one of the reasons why we do it so well. And a lot of people do not understand this about crowdfunding. They don't understand that 80% of the people, most of the people who try to raise funds in the traditional method never reach their fundraising goals. And it's pretty simple. It's very simple. And one is two reasons. One is because you still have to market it. Right? You still have to get up there and you have to, say your cause and get, and you have to market it all over the place, right? Most people are not strong marketers, right? And then number two is you're 100% reliant on the goodwill of other people to give into your cause. Maybe people don't care about your cause. Maybe they don't care about you having to send your kid to college, right? They're worried about sending their own kid to college, right? So that's why, most of those people never reach their fundraising goal. And then here's the killer. Only one person gets all the money. All right. Now, listen, we do crowdfunding in a way that nobody else does it. We've been doing this since 2002. We did it before it was called crowdfunding, where we were able to help people raise money in this fashion online. Now, I'll tell you this about our company, our lawyers, industry experts, they've all reviewed our systems, all of our fundraising systems. They're 100% legitimate. They're legal on every continent on the planet, okay? We've helped over 1 million people worldwide raise money on our system. So this is absolutely powerful and it's legally sound. Now, I'll tell you this, we are a legitimate crowdfunding company. You can raise money in the traditional sense. If you log into your back office, once you join, you'll be able to set up a campaign. You'll be able to name your campaign, add pictures and videos and all of that stuff to your campaign, just like you can, like other people do in the traditional way. However, I don't do it like that, right? I'm not excited about that. Remember, I told you 80% are unsuccessful. I use our unique system. Our system is so powerful that it allows givers to also become receivers. Now, how about that for an incentive? Now somebody might pay a little bit more attention to your cause, because at the very same time, they can get their causes funded too, because all of us have a reason why we want to raise money. Every single one of us do, right? So let me tell you a little bit more. Co-op Crowd, or Co-op Life, we're a peer-to-peer crowdfunding system where 100% of every donation is distributed between the participants. Co-op Crowd, we're transparent, fully automated, and can't be manipulated. The automation goes to that whole self-driving economy thing we talked about in the top. There's no middleman, there's no waiting. You get to immediately receive all of your money. This system is absolutely powerful. You can put your money towards any purpose that you want. So you don't have to be a 501c3, a charity. You can raise money for anything. You know, I know people, you know, like they'll use those GoFundMes, and it's so interesting that people will use crowdfunding for tragedy, but why not use it for strategy, right? And that's what we're doing inside of our cooperative. Now, what we are not is, we're not MLM, we're not network marketing, even though I'm not knocking network marketing, because I got my entryway into personal growth and self-development because of a network marketing opportunity. I don't knock it. However, what I will say is, once you see what it is that we're doing on this platform, you'll see how antiquated network marketing is in a lot of ways. You know, we're not a gifting organization. We're not an investment company. We're not that, okay? We're a one-of-a-kind crowdfunding system, and our whole purpose is to cooperatively, everybody on the line works together to help you raise all the funds that you want for whatever it is that you want to raise money for. And you can receive donations literally seconds after joining. Very, very powerful. Now, how do we accomplish this? We accomplish this using a one-of-a-kind subscription-based crowdfunding platform, which I'm so blown away about. It makes us the world's first and only residual donation system. Now, this is not something that you'll see anywhere. I always have to say this when I talk to people, is that some of this stuff that you might hear may sound familiar to you. And you may say, well, I've seen that before, or I've done something like this before. And let me assure you this is not that. Whatever it is that you may have been a part of in the past, this is, once I finish breaking down the nature and nuance of what it is that you have our hands on with this platform, you'll realize that this is nothing like anything that you've ever done before. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to play this quick video that's going to give you a little bit of nuts and bolts of what it is that we're doing. And then I want to come back and I want to explain to you just how we're using this as a strategy to create wealth for the masses.
Welcome to Co-op Crowd, the world's first cooperative crowdfunding system, and a new kind of crowdfunding. Your Co-op Crowd journey begins when you give an act of kindness. And when you do, your donation can cooperatively help over 10 causes above you. Once you give an act of kindness, you then set up your campaign to raise money for any personal, charitable, or business reason, and then share your campaign with your circle of influence. After sharing your campaign, you will begin to cooperatively receive acts of kindness from others, and you can receive donations from over 10 generations of donors below you. Each person between you and the giver cooperatively receives a small piece of the donation. You can share Co-op Crowd with as many people as you like. And here's the best part. The more you do, the more it cooperatively helps you and your teammates. This is how leverage is cooperatively used to everyone's advantage in Co-op Proud. You cooperatively receive acts of kindness from the people you invite, and the people they invite, and the people they invite through over 10 generations of donors. Ultimately, you can cooperatively receive a small donation every day from thousands of people all around the world that you don't know and you will probably never meet. That's the uniqueness of cooperative crowdfunding and what makes Co-op Proud a system unlike every other crowdfunding platform in the world. Here's what you get to fund all your dreams: professional hosting, expert knowledge support, and dozens of groundbreaking marketing tools. Co-op Proud is also global and can be shared with everyone, everywhere. But the last best part is this: you get your very own personalized digital wallet, allowing you to receive your donations instantly. Whether it's $1 or $100,000, you can withdraw your money immediately. You get your money when you need it, right now. Now I ask, can it get any better? We think not. So please join us right now and get with the crowd. Co-op Proud.
All right, excellent. I'm very excited about this, guys. So allow me to explain exactly how we use these systems. Now, first of all, we're building a co-op lifestyle. This is so amazing. Like I said, at the top, we are definitely all we got. Okay, and what we've done, what nobody is going to introduce you or invite you. We're introducing you to and inviting you into this co-op lifestyle where we have used technology. Okay, we've used the internet in order to create a decentralized ecosystem. This is so, so exciting. Now, the first thing that we have inside of this ecosystem is the co-op wallet. Now, I'm gonna have to admit that when I first looked at this, and my mentor shared this with me, he said, Nicole, there's this digital wallet. I didn't know what that meant at all, I'll be honest with you. I was pretty focused on my businesses, what I was doing, and I really just, it just didn't excite me. But I don't want you to miss this. There's going to be a little bit more on that, on what the co-op wallets are, and it literally allows us to create, inside, how can I say this best? It allows us to move our money around in a private, decentralized environment. So just like with your banking and all of that is done, and it's highly monitored. What's happening here in our ecosystem is we're using cryptocurrency, we're using technology, and you're able to move your money around in a private and decentralized way. Now, that might not make a lot of sense to you now. It might not be exciting to you now, but as we move forward into this cashless society, and trust me, that's not just Nicole talking. This is not woo-woo. It's happening. It's happening all over the world, over in China and some parts of Asia and things like that. They don't even use plastic anymore. They use their digital wallets. Okay, we're that same thing is happening here in the U.S. If you are paying attention to what's happening, it's definitely happening. And to be in a system where they can monitor your every move and cut you off from banking if they don't like what they see, you're going to love the privacy that you have with your co-op wallet. Second, we have Co-op Pay. This is another tier of our system. And Co-op Pay is where it allows you to use cryptocurrency to enter into this ecosystem. So we're very excited about that, but probably most excited about the Co-op token. Okay. Co-op token, yes, it's our own cryptocurrency. It's a security token, and it's going to be traded on the blockchain amongst these other wallets and all of that. And that's rolled out in July, guys. So we're very, very, very excited about Co-op token. Everybody wants to be on the ground floor or something. Well, guess what? You're going to be on the ground floor with this token. Okay, and so all of these things support the co-op lifestyle. Now, there's two main ways that we raise money in this ecosystem. And the first one is Coop5050. And that's the one I'm very, very familiar with. It is the one that allows you to get fast upfront money. Very powerful, because I think, who wants to raise money fast? Okay, so I love that system. It's very near and dear to my heart. It was something that I was able to raise a great deal of money on, and watch my friends and family raise money on it fast. Okay, so we love our Coop5050. It's a fast car. Okay, but also Co-op Crowd. It's newer to us, but it is literally, this is going to be the absolute game changer in our lives. This Co-op Crowd is the subscription based crowdfunding system, where it's going to create long-term residual income. And everybody in the sound of my voice, you're trying to create a residual income for yourself. Well, that's Co-op Crowd. And it's using the eighth wonder of the world, which is the law of compounding. Okay. And that's something that, if when you get off this call, Google it. The law of compounding. Okay. And literally, it's the example is, if I were to offer you $1 million today, friend, okay, or a penny doubled every day, which would you choose? My hope is that you would choose the penny doubled every day, because even though it starts out small, it starts out as a penny today, and then tomorrow it's 2 pennies, and it goes on and forth. But by the end of the 30 days, it's $10 million. Okay, so that's what Co-op Crowd does for us. So we're incredibly excited. We call this our Bentley. So we've got our fast car, our Lamborghini, or whatever it is that you like, and then we've got our Bentley over here with Co-op Crowd. So we're excited to be able to raise money in both ways, fast and long. Super exciting. And the system is very simple, guys. I'm going to break it down for you. It's very simple. Please don't overcomplicate this. It's just 3 steps. First thing is give. So it's give, share, and receive. First thing, give. Register, become an active donor. You're going to make a one-time donation. You're going to pay a support fee. You're going to pay $29.99 per year to host your website. Very powerful, very good, small price to pay for what it is that you're going to get, including your digital wallet. Super amazing. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to share this with 3 friends, 3 or more friends. I don't like making my minimums my maximums. I'm never going to say just do 3. Invite as many people, because at the end of the day, we all know people. We all know more than 3 people who need something right now. We're all looking for something, right? Everybody's looking. We're all living in these uncertain times, right? I know people who literally, a lot of my family and friends are entrepreneurs, and I know people who had businesses last year. They don't have them anymore. Okay, so please invite 3 or more friends to register, become active donors as well. When you do that, it covers your subscription for the monthly subscription. Okay, so 3 and it's free, right? And it helps you get closer to your goals and makes your fundraising more profitable. So it's all about duplicating. You invite invite 3 people to do this along with you. And then step 3, you receive your 3 friends, you help them find 3 friends. 3 or more. Okay, we don't want to make it a minimum, your maximum. Make your minimum your maximum, right? So you help them find 3 or more friends to do exactly what you do, just by inviting them to become active donors as well. Now, once their friends get involved, that allows you to receive bonuses, and it maximizes the donation system, if you will. Okay, you can receive all the bonuses that the system has to offer when your 3 friends find 3 friends. Okay. So I like to say you don't have 3 until your 3 have their 3. Very important. Okay. So you're still going to receive donations. Like I said, just by finding 3, it's going to pay for itself. But 3 who get 3 to maximize the system. Okay. And then that's it. That's it, friends. You're done. You've completed all 3 steps. Now, what's next? All you have to do, sit back, watch your money grow. Okay. I told you about the law of compounding. Right. But, in reality, I'm helping my 3 find their 3. That keeps me busy. I'm very excited about that. And I'm loving that part, because I love watching my friends and family members receive off this platform. There's nothing more that I appreciate and excites me more than getting a text message from my friends that says, thank you so much for sharing this with me. Thank you so much for introducing this. Or some hard-headed people, thank you so much for not taking my no for an answer, right? Because people don't know what they don't know. They don't know that this is the eighth wonder of the world. So that's it. That's all we do. Very simple. I'm going to break down for you really quickly because some folks want to know, well, just how do these donations work? This is how it works, very simply. We have 8 different donation levels that you can choose to join on. Okay. They start at $25, then they go up to $4,000. You can join at one donation center. You can open up one donation center or all 8 of them. Okay. $25, but you start at the beginning and add them up. So you can just join the 25 and the 50, or you can do the 25, the 50 and the 150, or you can do the 20 all the way to 4,000, right? You can join them all. Okay. And what happens is when you join that, like the $25 level, you're going to receive 6 donations of $12.50. It's called 50-50 because you always receive 50%. Okay, so half of 25 is $12.50. In that donation center, you're going to receive 6 donations of $12.50, totaling $75. Okay, let's just say you joined at the $25 level. Then what's going to happen is you'll take $25 of that and reopen that donation center and take the other $50 and leverage that to go to the $50 level. Now, we talked about it at the beginning, how successful people leverage, they leverage system, they leverage money, right? So this is, it's more than just getting money. It's becoming more successful, right? It's operating as successful people do. So the same thing that'll happen on the $50 level. When that donation center closes, you will have received 6 donations of $25, totaling $150. Okay. Same thing, you'll put $50 back in, and then the $100 you can leverage up to the $150 level, right? Now the 50, you go to the $150 level, and you just use that, you'll leverage up each level. So $250, $500, $1,000 level, $2,000 and $4,000, but you can start anywhere. You don't have to just start at the $25 level. What's going to happen is when you cycle, let's just say, for example, you only cycled one time on all 8 levels, that would pay you $23,925. I love that. Let's just say you did one time per month, right? That pays you over $287,000 with minimal effort. Imagine doing that 2 or 3 times in a month. What I love about this system is that there is no maximum. There's no maximum to how much you can receive, and there's no maximum to how often that you can cycle. You can cycle every hour, every minute, every second of every day. There's absolutely no maximum. So it's very, very exciting stuff. Now, how you're going to get started, you're going to choose what level you want to get started at. But I'll tell you from our experience with this system, with this model, there's something that we call a sweet spot that is going to get you there fast. Is going to, we find that the most people can have the most success starting at this level, but it doesn't matter what level you come in at. I'm going to tell you, get in where you can most comfortably, the highest level that you can comfortably get in. Okay. But how it's going to work is, just say, for example, if you came in on the first 4 levels, that's 250, 150, 50, and 25. You add those up, and it comes to $475 to cover those donation centers. Okay. And when you cycle on all 4 of those donation centers, it pays you $1,425 every single time you loop. We say that that's the best way to come in because basically it puts you at the 50-yard line, right? Takes you halfway there. On the first 4 levels, you're halfway there to the 8th level. And it basically, when you start on those levels, you cut the line, you start to receive larger donations faster, which is the goal. Because once you get those large donations, it propels you very quickly to the next level. So we always recommend that you maximize this system by coming at the highest level that you possibly can. Of course, your matrix fills, you get $1,425 at that level. So guys, doesn't matter, get in where you fit in, but put yourself inside this $1 billion ecosystem. And I know $1 billion, that's what we're creating with Co-op Life. We know that we're creating $1 billion ecosystem. It is not just Nicole Jackson talking. We've got the numbers. We're looking at the numbers. We're looking at the growth rate. We know the projections. We know what's happening here inside this ecosystem. What you don't want to do is be on the outside. Doesn't matter how you do it. Just get in where you fit in. What this images that you're looking at right now, you're just looking at this superhighway. This image is infinity signs intertwined, right? It has no beginning and no ending. And the different colors of these roads represent the different levels of the donations, and the cars represent the money. It represents donations that are flying around through this ecosystem, okay? And as we grow, you definitely don't want to be on the outside. Put yourself smack dab in the middle of it. Now, I was excited about it before when it was, but now, just the fast money of the 50-50 that I was sharing with you excites me to no end, right? But there's more. There are 10 residual donation levels on the back end. Remember, I told you about the power of compounding. Okay, you're automatically going to be placed in the world's first and only residual donation system when you join. Okay, we created the perfect system to make them all happen synergistically for you. Very, very exciting. You're going to receive donations from people all over the world that you don't know, for 10 levels, okay, in the back office. And all it takes is you to bring 3 friends with you. Okay, bring 3 friends with you, and it makes it free for you. It truly makes it a one-time donation that you can receive thousands of dollars, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars from a one-time out-of-pocket donation. This is something that you definitely don't want to miss. Now, we are going to have a huge event in July. With that date is going to be forthcoming, okay? But sometime in July, we're going to host the world's largest crowdfunding event in history, guys. Listen, it's going to be so huge. It's going to be telecast all over. We expect more than 1 million members to be on board at that time and watching this. Like I said, what you definitely want to do is go ahead and get positioned. It doesn't matter how you get positioned, but you want to get positioned. You don't want to be, you want to be on top of all these people, millions of people. You don't want to be underneath, okay? So you definitely want to make sure that you get locked and loaded as quickly as possible. Many, many benefits that you're going to get with our system. Like I said, one of the most exciting things is that it's just a one-time out-of-pocket donation, right? You're going to receive donations immediately. A lot of people receive them just moments after joining. You're going to receive donations residually. Now, that is, anybody who's familiar at all with finance knows that that's how we want our income. I mean, our expenses are residual in nature, right? So it makes absolute sense that you would make sure that your income is residual in nature as well. Okay, you get to receive donations simultaneously on all the wheelhouses and in unlimited amounts, guys. This is a global fundraising territory. We use the people's money, cryptocurrency, so there's no worrying about exchange rates or anything like that. And this is truly the fastest way to wealth for so many people all around the globe. Grab some water. All right. Now, everything is automated in the system. Like we're creating this automated, excuse me, we're creating this self-driving economy. And the only way for us to do that is through automation, right? I know all of us on the line, we have lives, right? We got families, we got businesses, we go to work, all sorts of things. So system is automated in terms of positioning. So you're not having to try to figure out where to place people. Maybe you're on the line, you've got a team in something else, and you're trying to figure out how should you position them. You don't have to worry about that. It's all automated. All you do is enroll them. The system automatically positions them. There's automated sending and receiving of donations, really powerful. You're not asking anybody for their Cash App or, it's going to do it automatically for you. Automated re-entry into the different wheelhouses, automated suspend and unsuspend. Now you can suspend your system. I don't know why you would, but you absolutely can. And then there's automated email sending. Now you are going to receive, every time you get a donation, you're going to get a ding on your phone. You're going to get an email that says congratulations. As a matter of fact, I had gotten one earlier while I on my phone while I was doing the presentation. So you're going to get them automatically throughout the day. There's nothing better than waking up in the morning to donations that you've received in the middle of the night. Okay. Automatic history that you're going to see in your back office. All you have to do is invite. That's all we do. Invite people to look at something that can totally change their life. You're not trying to sell them anything. You're not trying to convince them of anything, hey, this thing works. No, just invite them to see this platform and they'll see it for themselves. Every single thing else is automated. You're also going to get your own website. I talked about that. It's $29.99 per year for the system with your real-time dashboard and your decentralized private wallet. I told you that is the game changer. I'm going to play this quick video for you. It's like a minute or less, but it talks a little bit more about the private wallet. So I want you to know about that.
Basically, if you hear the term digital wallet, you're probably thinking of a small application on your phone with your card storage and to make your payments easy, but that's just the beginning. So digital wallets are soon going to emerge as financial ecosystem that are going to support a number of financial services. It could be your taxes, it could be your investing, it could be your insurance, or even access to crypto assets. So they're going to become a financial hub. In terms of digital wallet opportunity, if you look at the growth of digital wallets in the US, it's already 13 million users are using digital wallets as of today. And we believe about 75% of the US adult population will be using a digital wallet by 2023. Once the bank branch opportunity is realized, around $200 billion of market cap will be attributable to digital wallet companies like Square Cash or Venmo that are playing in the space right now. So with digital wallets, it's essentially a bank branch in your pocket. So an access to financial services as simple as making a phone call.
All right, very exciting stuff. Oh, I can't go back. But basically, you're going to get all of those resources. It's very, very simple, guys. All we do is give, share, and receive. And we're doing it all leveraging technology, leveraging cryptocurrency, leveraging this amazing system. So I invite you to get back with the person who invited you to this call. Make sure you get your questions answered. If you just hang on, I am going to answer some questions. What I want to do before I do that is I want you guys to hear from some folks that are here. Let me do this. Let me stop my screen share. There we go. All right. I want you guys to hear from some people who I have a great deal of respect for in our organization, who are using the system and have some amazing stories. And then I'm going to open the call up for questions. So the first person that I want you to hear from is someone who you meet so many amazing people. I met her through this project. She is a leader. She has trailblazed in terms of inviting people and sharing this with people. And she also is an amazing presenter with our group. I want to bring you Sarah Warren. Sarah, did you make it on?
I did, Nicole. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Thanks for that introduction. And thank you to this community, because this truly, truly, truly is a gift. And I'm going to share something with you really personal today, because I know that there's going to be people on here that can really relate to where I have come from and why this is such a gift in my life. And, I'm a senior, I'm a grandma of 5, and I love that. And about 3 to 4 years ago, I literally lost everything. I lost my entire retirement. I lost everything. And to be totally transparent, I had to file bankruptcy. And it was one of the most shameful things for me, because I come from a generation that just doesn't happen. And I put myself through a lot of very difficult times, judging myself. and beating myself up. And, you know, my background is holistic health and personal development. And so, you know, I should have known better. I should have seen the things, you know, but I didn't. And, you know, and right after that, I mean, I immediately went into a period of time where I had 6 major losses in my life, and to death. And then I lost a relationship, and I had some very, very significant changes in my lifestyle. And so, and I don't tell you this to become the victim. I tell you this because I'm one of these people that one of my greatest assets is finding the gift in everything and turning it into gratitude. And even in the worst situations, and even in the most difficult times, I do my very, very best to see the gift. Well, through that gift, or that gift that came to me, was I was actually counseling with a couple that are very dear to me. And they introduced me to who is now my business partner. And so my business partner, many of you know him. He's also one of the presenters and leaders on here, is Thomas Dubois. And it has just been a true, true gift, because he and I are very synergistic on our heart level. And that is about giving and sharing and serving people. And that has always been my heart. And we have actually had the honor to donate over $30,000 to this community. And every time I look at that, I'm like going, wow, that is literally, it is definitely changing people's lives. And I love that about working with Thomas. And I love this about this community. And I love, love, love this organization and the enhancements that David has added to this. I mean, I am just like over the moon over it. And I want to share something really that happened yesterday. Actually, I was talking to Greg, and many of you know him. He's our fearless leader. I was actually supposed to give the presentation last night, and I spent the entire day learning it, because I have to be perfect. And many of you know I got pretty nervous the first few times I did this. And so he called me about 4 o'clock, and he says, Sarah, he says, you don't have to do it tonight. He says, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I went, really? And he goes, yeah. He says, I thought you'd be excited. And I went, oh. He goes, are you disappointed? And I said, actually, I am. He goes, oh, you make me feel bad. And I said, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. But I said, you know what the cool thing is that I didn't feel nervous about coming on here and giving a new presentation, one that I wasn't familiar with. And the reason for it was because of you guys. It was because I feel so accepted in this community, and I feel no judgment whatsoever. And it is like we are becoming one, and we are totally supporting each other to lift each other up. And not only is it about donations, but it is truly about developing our character and our love for one another and really making changes in the world. So, you know, thank you, Nicole, for letting me have this opportunity to share. And I hope that all of you that are guests on here, this really touches your heart. And no matter what situation you're in, you know, there's always a solution, and this could be the one for you. So welcome to all of you. And thanks again for not judging me and for accepting me and who I am. Thank you.
Oh wow, Sarah, you make my heart smile. You really do. And I love that you felt so confident to share that and be vulnerable here, because you know that you are accepted and loved and appreciated. And you know, we've all been through, Sarah, and you are not alone. And it's just so wonderful to have you here. So thank you so much for sharing and for all of that you do, guys. If you are lucky enough to be partnered with Sarah, you guys are I don't have to say the rest. You guys know. So thank you so much, Sarah. I'm going to be bringing you guys someone else who brought me to tears the first time I heard her, she and her husband speak. I'm going to let them tell you all about themselves. Andrea, are you and Mark here?
I'm here, Nicole. What an amazing presentation. I'm so excited. This is kind of weird. My sidekick's not with me tonight.
It's okay. We're happy to have you. You're so great.
Thanks to Coop5050, we're making a new chapter in our life next week. And so he's busy and I'm going to do this. As Sarah mentioned, I love her testimony. 3.5 months ago when we started, we were in our car driving around and we were in another program and it wasn't working for us. And I picked up the phone and called my good friend, business partner, mentor, Thomas Dubois, and said, I need your help. What can you do to help us? He said, well, I need a little bit. Let me call you this afternoon, see what I can come up with. But there's an answer. We'll pray on it. 10 minutes later, he called us and he said, I got a video from a friend. I haven't watched it fully yet, but I'm going to send it to you guys. Let you watch it. When you're done, call me back. We watched it and we said, I think this is the answer. This is what we need. And how do we sign up? He sent us to a presentation, an amazing one, just like you did tonight, Nicole. And it wasn't even over. And we're texting them, how do we get started? Let's sign up. Since then, 3.5 months ago, Mother's Day weekend, we went to visit our son, and we did this for a purpose. Our son's in Kansas going to school, but my heart is suicide awareness, and that's our reason. And Mother's Day weekend, we went to Kansas to see our son. The following week, we had to make another trip, and we were talking, and with COVID, you know, small businesses got hurt. And as we're driving, filling up our car with gas and going to restaurants and to small shops, the donations we have received this last 3.5 months were given back to those businesses in other communities. So not only are we giving to others with Coop5050, but we're giving back to communities that supply us. So we didn't even touch our bank account. 3.5 months, we've made over $22,000 and given back $12,125. And I gotta say, the best feeling was Monday after the presentation. In 4 hours, we received over $2,200. And talking to our partner, Shelly White, and her husband, Lionel, she said, I couldn't believe all the things I heard all day long. And she's out shopping for new carpet for her home. And she was just amazed how it was coming in. And we are so blessed to be with this community. The love that you all have, the friendship, it's not a community, it's a family. So thank you, Nicole.
Wow, thank you so much, Andrea. I tell Andrea, don't you do it. Don't you do it. You're making me cry. I'm telling you, I was there. Terry was there watching me earlier before the call, and I just needed, and I didn't tell anybody that I needed this encouragement. And these brothers just really just loved on me, before the call and almost had me in tears. And when I tell you that it's just so beautiful to have this family, because we're all going through this. It's like life is happening. Life is happening. And, to know that you've got a community, know that we've got this system and having some money that comes in, the money kind of helps. I'm just saying, it's not all about the money, but the money is good, so we're thankful for that. Thank you so much for sharing. We feel your heart, Andrea. And
Thank you.
One last person I want to hear from, haven't met her yet, but I can't wait for her to share with you her amazing story. Susan Sayers, have you made it onto the call, Susan?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
There you are. Hey, Susan.
Wow, these testimonies are unreal. They kind of bring tears to my eyes. These are two amazing people that just mean a lot to me. First of all, we are Jim and Susan Sayers. We live in Elkins, West Virginia. I'm a retired nurse, and Jim is retired from business administration. And what happened was, I'm kind of on the tail end of Andrea's testimony there. I'm part of the other issue that when we were in network marketing, that it wasn't working well. And I called Andrea and said, I'm just lost. What do we do? She said, wait a minute. And about an hour later, she called and said, Sue, I have it. you have to watch this video. So my husband already had gone to bed, and so I'm sitting there watching this video, and I was only halfway through, and I was so excited I couldn't finish it. I called Andrea and Mark back, and I said, "This is it. This is it. Sign me up. I need this. We need this. This is what we all need." And she said, "Well, wait a minute. I'm finishing signing up." So she signed up, and by the time I signed up, it was 3 a.m. So I'm trying to calm down to go to bed. I was so excited. So now you have to understand, my husband didn't know what I had done. So in the morning, I got up and I told him what happened. And I picked up my phone, and all at once the emails were just going ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, what in the world? Now I opened it up, and I was in such shock. I had donations coming in. I had not shared it with anyone. I had no one on. It wasn't even 24 hours. And I called Andrea and Mark, and I was ecstatic. I was just like jumping up and down. This worked. It's amazing. It's just amazing. From that point on, we started sharing it with family and friends. People started coming on with us, and we came in at the level of 250. Next thing I knew, we were at 500, then 1,000, 2,000, and within 64 days of joining, we were at 4,000 level, and we're still we just can't believe it. It works. It's amazing. And our why is our children, our grandchildren. But the other thing is we want to bless a lot of other people. So we are sharing co-op every day with people and blessing them. And the leadership with Mark and Andrea and Thomas and all of you, everybody in co-op, it's a family, and it is, I feel very humbled and blessed to be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Susan. And I feel you when you say my husband didn't know what I had done. Sometimes you just got to do it. You know, you just have to go out there and make it happen. Okay. So thank you so much for sharing. I only have a few more moments, so I want to make sure that that I get some questions answered. So I have two hands that are up. I don't know if you have questions or not. If you don't have questions, please put your hand down. If you do have a question, this time is going to be for guests only. So that means you're listening to this for the first time. You have not enrolled yet. Maybe you just enrolled. You might have a question too, but this time is not for you. This is only going to be for guests at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and answer your question. The first name that I saw up was Maymuna. Maymuna. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not, but did you have a question?
Dear, I'm already in it, so I didn't even realize my hand was
Your
raised.
hand was up. No worries
Yes.
at all. Thank you so much. I'll go ahead and take your hand down for you.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you for being here. All right. What about Wealth? Are you in already, Wealth? All right. I'm going to go to the next person. Hey, Rachel.
Hello.
Hi.
This is Rachel from Texas.
Hi, Rachel.
Hey, so the video was very informative. The question that I have, well, can I make my comment first?
Sure.
Okay. I too am a nurse, and the presentation was awesome.
Okay.
Where you break everything down about the website, you're on your own website, your dashboard, your private wallet, personalized tools and support. You meant but you have you need. So if you all will make that correction, I will really be happy. But anyway, so I'm a stickler and I'm a perfectionist, but I'm also over a ministry. And before I would present this to my board, I wanted to make sure that I understood. So just know that the presentation really broke everything down. You know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand. I like the entire concept. And it is blessing others. And our motto is that we are blessed to be a blessing. So I'm sold. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for that. All right. The next person is I'm gonna do it all bad. Mindy. How about if we just go with that? Mindy. Mindy.
Yeah.
How badly did I do? Did I do real bad?
Yeah, Mindy, you're right.
Okay, I did Mindy right. Okay, good.
No,
How
it's
are
okay.
you?
You're right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You are right. Okay, please. I have not signed of being informed about it, and I love the way you put it. But I have a little question to ask. If you with, let me say $50 for an instance. I join with $50, and my teammates cannot join with $50. How do you get paid? Who's going to get paid?
Okay, great question. Let me make sure I understand it. If I come on the $50 level, but my teammates are only able to come on the $25 level, how does that affect me? Is that your question?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, great. So yes, it doesn't matter. People are going to come in all sorts of levels. So say if you come in on the 2 levels, they only come on the 1, that's fine. You're going to receive donations from whatever level they come in. You may even receive donations from people who have nothing to do with you, Mindy. So that's why I say get positioned at the highest level that you possibly can. When I came on board, I didn't have anybody with me, but I got positioned at the highest level that I could, and I started getting big donations. So, people, when they did start coming in, they came in lower than me, my enrollees, but I still benefited from them also. So just, come in where you fit in. People are going to come in at all levels. Now, the thing about that is if someone comes in, say, at the higher level than you, you're only going to benefit from the levels that you're on. So if you're on the 50 and the 25 and someone comes in at the 150, that you'll get the donation from the 25 and the 50, but from the $150 donation will bypass you and go to the next qualified person. So you want to that donation will bypass you, but you'll get it on the next go round. So I recommend just coming in highest level that you can. So thank you so much for that question, Mindy.
All right.
All right. The next person, and I'm rushing through because I want to get through as many of these as I can. Weatherly.
Hi, Atlanta.
Hi.
I did not understand about the campaign that you need to do your campaign. What does that mean?
Don't worry about the campaign. I'll be honest with you, Weatherly. I don't do it. I don't do that campaign because that's traditional crowdfunding. It doesn't work most times, and I don't trust it to work. I know our system is a one-of-a-kind system, and I use our system. We train you exactly on how to use our system. It's very, very simple, and it literally lets givers become receivers. So why would we do it the traditional way? Don't worry about that, but it is an option to you, available to you in your back office, and you can learn more about that.
In the crowdfunding segment that's going to be coming up in July, will that be part of it? That you have to have a campaign for that one?
No, you don't need a campaign for that. You don't need a campaign. All you need to do is enroll, get positioned in both parts, the Co-op Crowd and the Coop5050, which you'll do in one fell swoop once you enroll, and you're going to be positioned for everything.
Okay, then next question for me is my taxes. How is that paid out?
Okay, another good question that we get. We don't even take your social security number, tax ID, or anything like that. We just put you in the system. Now, you are receiving donations, and each jurisdiction has rules surrounding receiving donations. So I would say talk to your tax professional about that, but we don't do any of that. They let them advise you on that.
Okay, so let me ask you a next question in regards to that then. If I'm getting money from people around the world, how does it affect the taxes, different increments of money compared to US dollars? Do you know anything about that, or should I again go back to that?
Again, talk to your tax professional. All of your donations are going to be in your private decentralized wallet, and then you'll pull it out in Ethereum into your crypto wallet. Now, what happens after that, that's going to be something that your tax professional would have to advise you on. I couldn't advise you on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll put that in. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for your question. The next person is Valerie. Valerie.
Oh, hi. You mentioned 3 and free. So if it's not free, then what is it?
It's okay. So so it's $1 a day, basically $28 every 28 days. Okay. But if you bring your 3 people in, it'll cover that monthly subscription. So you want the monthly, we want to have a monthly because that's how we're able to receive a monthly residual income, right, from it. But if we bring our 3 people, it covers that monthly. Okay. Then it's $1 a day. So that's pretty exciting.
And if you don't have 3 people and you pay the monthly subscription, you are also still able to receive donations?
Yes, but you will have 3, Valerie, okay?
Oh.
You will have 3.
Okay.
Okay?
You're going to give me 3. That's what's going on. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something. Do not miss out on the opportunity to share this with your friends and family. That is humiliating. Do you know when my mother, for example, I've been doing this now since January. Not really. February is really when I started getting motivated about it. But I hosted a call a couple weeks ago with just ladies, and my mom was there. And she's like, what have you been doing? I only invited her so that she could see what I was doing. You know, my mom's a senior and I didn't think she had any interest in it. But she was like, what are you doing? Why didn't you talk to me? She said, I have some money, you know, to do with it. I said, well, mommy, it's not that simple. You got to bring your people. She said, I'm about to call my sisters. What are you talking about? Do not miss this opportunity to share it with your friends and family. Everybody is looking for something. Don't do that. So when people talk to me about they don't have 3 people, I'm like, please, you know, you have to give in order to receive. And if you keep this little thing a secret, it's bad news all day. You cannot receive with that mindset. So please, Valerie, remember my voice. Remember Nicole told me every time you think about your friends, they're looking for you, Valerie.
No, they're not. They're hanging up on me because I've called them for so many different things.
Trust me, don't worry about it.
I never called at night. But I got a couple of other questions for you. I don't really understand how the thing works. So you make one-time donations. So you know, that's it. Just one time you put in. Do you have to? When you're talking about when you receive money, you have to give back money. I'm not sure I understand how all of that works.
Yeah, it's really simple. What I would recommend though now, because I'm short on time, what you're asking for is a real in-depth explanation. Do this. We have this call every night at 8 o'clock Eastern time, Monday through Friday. Okay. And then, so join, you know, come back and watch another call, but go back to the person who invited you to this call and have them answer some of your specific questions. Okay. But if, you know, sometimes you have to watch it a couple times to get it. And I understand that. Okay. But we're doing this again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, Valerie?
Okay.
All right. Well, welcome to the team. I'm so excited to have you. I'm glad you came on and asked your questions. I wish I could get to the other 3 hands that are up, but unfortunately, we've gone over time. But come back tomorrow, guys. We're going to be doing this again tomorrow. SmarterThanMoney.live, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Bring your questions. Also, get back to the person who invited you. Tell them, I'm ready to get locked and loaded. They're going to walk you through the system. And then we're going to see you at the next call in the training. So with that being said, God bless each and every one of you. So glad that you shared this time with me on tonight. And I'll see you over the top.
Thank you.
Great job, Nicole.
Great job, Nicole. Have a good evening, everybody.
Thank you.
Good job, Nicole. Thank you.
Thank you.